feel like Clarissa has been taken advantage of her whole life. Okay. And I want to say this because she's been boxing since forever. I don't know her childhood, but I do know that her best friend who grew up with her came out and made some rather disturbing videos about Clarissa being taken advantage of, you know, when she was younger as a young boxer by her coaches and getting pregnant and things like this. And so
a user, and you over there playing with that girl. You over there playing with her. If I thought she would believe it and would listen or even care, because anytime somebody gonna say like, yeah, they told me what the situation was and I accepted it.
Papoose is the wealthiest man that I've been with. That's like no faking. I haven't paid for a flight, a hotel, fucking purse, nothing, and I don't know how long. Food. He take care of everything.
Let's talk about something that's been buzzing heavy lately. There's a growing conversation online claiming this whole situation between Papoose, Remy Ma, and Clarissa Shields wasn't random at all. Some people are saying this might have been a long play from the start, and that Clarissa's success was always part of the equation. Clarissa has publicly stood 10 toes down for Papoose, saying he was the first man who ever treated her right. She's praised him, defended him, and made it clear she felt safe with him. But now, there are whispers that maybe things weren't as genuine as they looked. Some critics are questioning whether Papoose stayed close because of love or because of lifestyle. That's the part raising eyebrows. Remy Ma even hinted at something slick when she suggested that Clarissa was Papoose's latest come-up. And while a lot of people brushed that off at first, it's interesting how those words are being replayed now in a whole different light. Back then, it sounded like shade. Today, some are wondering if it was a warning. Now there's chatter claiming Papoose may have leaned on Clarissa financially to handle personal debts. Nothing has been officially proven, but the internet detectives are connecting dots and saying the pattern doesn't look random. And if that's true, that would flip the whole narrative upside down. Again, this is all speculation floating around, but it's loud enough that people are paying attention.
Without Papoose.
His transition to the executive suite as a creative director of the record company helped broker the deal that secures Shields' spot as one of the highest paid female boxers in the business.
As a fan, watching Clarissa from the outside, I never seen someone who was more deserving.
Oh, I'm never gonna stop talking about my man. I just brought him his food in the back because he was upstairs. Ain't that y'all joke? Oh, he's upstairs. Just brought him his food. And y'all talking shit, but guess what? Ain't nobody gonna ever make me stop talking about my man. That's what y'all think y'all gonna do. You're not gonna do it. Whenever I feel like saying Papoose's name, I'm gonna say his name.
Ever since Remy Ma and Papoose went from being labeled black love goals to what some are calling a toxic mess, Clarissa's name has been tied to nonstop drama. Every headline seems to circle back to her relationship. Every viral clip, it's about what she said, what she posted, or how she defended him. The focus shifted quick. And that's wild when you really think about it, because outside of the relationship chaos, Clarissa Shields is a certified powerhouse. She's not just good, she's historic. A two-time Olympic gold medalist, a world champion, the only boxer, male or female, to become undisputed in 4 weight classes and hold titles across 5 divisions. That's not regular, that's legendary status. She even had her life story turned into a film called Fire Inside, with Ryan Destiny portraying her on screen. That's the level she's operating on. But somehow, all of that gets overshadowed by relationship headlines and social media back and forth. That's the part that feels unfair. Some observers believe Clarissa may not fully see how powerful her position really is when it comes to this dynamic. But if there's one thing people are saying, it's that Papoose definitely understands her value. And according to the rumors swirling right now, some think he stepped in at just the right time to benefit from it.
A user, and you over there playing with that girl. You over there playing with her. If I thought she would believe it and would listen or even care, because anytime somebody gonna say like, yeah, they told me what the situation was and I accepted it.
Possible, y'all. But you know, I'm gonna say it wouldn't have been possible without Papoose. Papoose that went, yes. Papoose and Win Records have been working together for about 3-4 years now. And since I've met Ruben, he has been just so nice and so open. And the last fight when we had so much success at LCA where we sold out 16,000 fans, that was because myself, Papoose, Win Records, and Sleep Promotions all worked together collectively to make that work. So I'm so grateful to them, and so grateful that I have a team who understands that, who understands my value, and who want to see me win. And we're going to continue to work together and make this big. So congrats.
Again, these are conversations happening online, not confirmed facts. But the timing, the comments, and the financial rumors, they've got people looking at this whole situation sideways. Now, here's where things start looking real interesting. Since getting close to Clarissa Shields, Papoose has been popping up in arenas and packed stadiums in a way we honestly haven't seen from him in years. And let's be real, even during his time with Remy Ma, he wasn't moving around like this on a solo tip. His pen game, nobody's denying that. He's respected when it comes to lyrics. But commercially, visibility-wise, a lot of people feel like this current spotlight is heavily tied to Clarissa. She's reportedly brought him into her world not just as a partner, but as part of her business structure. Papoose has been introduced as her manager, and even as a boxing promoter in certain spaces. They speak publicly about building opportunities together and making money as a team. And one of the biggest moves they've highlighted is that reported $8 million multi-fight partnership with Salida Promotions and Win Records. That deal was announced back in November with a full press conference. It was promoted as something groundbreaking, the first of its kind. On the surface, it sounded major, but when you slow it down and look at how it's structured, it raises a few questions. Win Records isn't a traditional boxing promoter. It's primarily a music management label. Papoose is reportedly the main artist connected to it and even serves as the head of the hip-hop division. Clarissa Shields is actually the first athlete they've ever signed. That alone makes people pause. In setups like this, a management label can have influence over appearances, branding decisions, endorsement opportunities, and public image moves. If Clarissa ever decided to cross over into music or entertainment, a label like that could help coordinate it. But management teams don't work for free. Typically, they take anywhere from 10 to 20% right off the top. Then there's Salida Promotions. That's the actual boxing promotion company involved in the deal. Their role is different.
We met at that Shakur Stevenson fight.
Yeah.
And then
you shook her hand and said you were a fan.
Yeah, I happened to be walking to my seat and I
happened to be.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, is that Clarissa Shields? I've always been a fan of her.
Yeah, I got a video he sent me back in 2000 and was it 20 or something?
So he's been a fan. You get your moment to say I'm a fan.
I see her, and when I went to shake her hand, I realized how beautiful she was. I was like, oh.
Thank you.
And so, never to be shy, as the rumor I heard, you then slipped into the DMs and offered him VIP tickets to the fight.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, you know what?
She did.
No, so it was like he's a fan of boxing, and why not come and see the greatest fight?
Reason we saw that he currently owes and has not paid taxes for the past, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, not 10, not 11, not 12, but 13 years. This man, what does that say, Kevin? 3, what does it say? I want to say it says that's a 180,000 top name of who? Taxpayer. William Mack, but he ain't paying no taxes, so he should be called a taxpayer. He should be called a tax ower. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah. And so these are just papooses. Now, the reason I think that this is a tender swindler, the reason I think that there's some tricking going on here is because when Papoose and Remy were together doing an endorsement in her coat show store the other day, she seemed very happy to be there.
They focus strictly on the boxing side, securing fights, organizing events, handling logistics, negotiating broadcast rights, and pitching those fights to major outlets like Netflix or ESPN. They build the hype, push the narrative, and package the event. But yes, they take a percentage too. So when you break it down, there are multiple layers attached to Clarissa's earnings. Management cut, promotional cut, event expenses, distribution deals. That's a lot of hands in one pot. Now, none of this automatically means something shady is happening. These structures exist across sports and entertainment all the time. But what has people talking is the timing and who's positioned where within the deal. With Papoose sitting in both personal and professional lanes, critics are wondering how those lines are being drawn behind the scenes. Again, nothing here has been proven to be wrong or unethical. This is about optics and structure. But when you see multiple middlemen connected to one athlete's revenue stream, especially an athlete operating at Clarissa Shields level, people are naturally going to start asking questions. And right now, those questions are getting louder. Now, here's the part that really has people talking. Once management takes their percentage, once the promoters secure their share, once expenses get deducted, what's actually left? That's the question floating around heavy right now. Clarissa is the one stepping into the ring. She's the one training nonstop, taking punches, risking injuries, putting her body on the line to generate that revenue. Boxing isn't light work. It's brutal, demanding, and physical. So critics are asking, after everybody eats, does she still walk away with what matches her level of dominance? Some observers are comparing this setup to those old school 360 deals artists used to complain about in the music industry, the kind where the performer does all the grinding, all the touring, all the promo, and then looks at the final numbers like, wait, that's it? Now, to be clear, nobody has publicly labeled Clarissa's contract that way, but the comparison keeps popping up in conversations online. So why would someone at the top of women's boxing enter into a deal structured like this? That's where speculation creeps in. A lot of people believe Papoose played a major role in bringing this partnership together. Even during the press conference, Clarissa openly said the opportunity wouldn't have happened without his involvement. That statement alone got folks thinking.
When I found her tax record, what is it? Yeah, let me see. How much is those tax liens? Remy currently has $622,474.76. Guess who's gonna pay it? Guess who's gonna pay it? The one, according to her own cousin, okay, that got a disability check when she was a kid for being just a tad bit of...
Congratulations to the group. Something very special for you from the entire reemergence family. So we're going to present you with this special moment right now.
Oh, high five one time. Got our sign in one time. Yeah.
Right now, Clarissa is reportedly the only major athletic talent connected to Win Records. That means the label's sports visibility is tied almost entirely to her. And when you're the main engine driving a company forward, people expect the structure to heavily favor you. But if Papoose receives a commission for connecting the deal and also holds influence within the label, that creates multiple lanes where he could benefit financially. Again, this is all based on public chatter and reports, not confirmed accounting documents. But the streets have been talking. Some are claiming that Clarissa's earnings may be supporting more than just shared ventures. There's discussion about outstanding financial obligations in Papoose's past, including reported tax debts that have circulated online. Remy Ma has also had public tax issues mentioned before. Combined, the numbers being thrown around add up to a serious amount. Now, none of this proves that Clarissa's money is being used in any specific way. There's no official statement confirming that. But when financial rumors mix with relationship drama and layered business deals, it creates a narrative that spreads fast. At the end of the day, Clarissa Shields built her reputation with discipline and dominance in the ring. She didn't fight her way to the top just to fumble the bag. So whether this structure is genius teamwork or something that needs a second look, that's what people are debating right now. And trust.
But I did recognize, like, right away, I'm like, that's a good-looking man. So I thought to myself, I said, hey, you got me blind, and I say he a good-looking man. That's all I'm saying. So when I stood in there, it was like, but I didn't even know that I liked him until like, Probably about 2 weeks. We was texting
Yeah,
back
we was
and forth.
texting back and forth for the longest.
Well,
No phone calls, just
I
texting.
love this part. You were texting, but then you sent each other poems.
Yes.
I don't think I don't have them on me, but yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. We started at some point.
Cause I rap too.
I found out that she does poetry.
You do.
My rapping started off as poetry when I was back in school. I used to write it, but he didn't believe me. But he told me the same thing with him, so he sent me a poem, and then I sent him one back, and then we kind of did one. Like we did one together, we did one separate. We got a few different poems. Yeah.
Are you going to turn these poems into a book or a song? Or
We should. She's really good.
The conversation isn't slowing down anytime soon. Now let's get into the part that has everybody side-eyeing the timeline. Remy Ma has openly thrown shade at Clarissa, calling her Papoose's come up like she's watching the whole thing from above it all. But here's what makes the situation messy. Remy Ma and Papoose are technically still married. Yes, divorce paperwork was reportedly filed, but it hasn't been finalized. And there's talk circulating that the divorce may not even be moving forward the way people expected. On top of that, their public back and forth has been loud, dramatic, and very online. Some people believe it's genuine tension. Others, they're not so sure. There's a growing theory that maybe the public arguments serve a purpose. That maybe the friction keeps attention high while business continues behind the scenes. That's speculation, of course, nothing confirmed. But the internet loves connecting dots, and right now they're drawing lines everywhere. Critics are saying if Remy Ma and Papoose are still legally tied, then financial responsibilities could still overlap. And that changes how people look at everything. Because if Papoose benefits from Clarissa's deals through commissions, management roles, or partnerships, and he's still legally connected to Remy, then technically everybody could still be eating at the same table. Some commentators are even saying that no matter how this plays out, Papoose wins. If he stays close to Clarissa, he's positioned in her business world. If he walks away, certain contracts and percentages may still operate depending on how they're structured. And if music ever becomes part of Clarissa's lane, he's already aligned in that industry too. Again, these are conversations happening online, not legal conclusions. But people are analyzing the optics heavy.
I feel like Clarissa has been taken advantage of her whole life, okay? And I want to say this, because she's been boxing since forever. I don't know her childhood, but I do know that her best friend who grew up with her came out and made some rather disturbing videos about Clarissa being taken advantage of, when she was younger as a young boxer by her coaches and getting pregnant and things like this. And so when I see people like Papoose enter the Cash App requesting money from people like Clarissa, after Remy has already warned us that, he preyed on her when she was in jail. He wasn't making no money. It was Remy's money. And she said she put everything in his name only to come out and then have to work. And then he's getting the benefit of the solid black man, of the black man that's holding everything down. And so when I look at this same thing possibly being done to Clarissa, and she's slow by default, and I'm talking about slow as in, she probably got some early stage, some issues going on, being knocked around, it does have an effect on your brain and on your cognitive thinking and stuff. And you're not able to see straight. And if she was already taken advantage of by her coaches, surely it's easier for a bum like this to come in and take advantage of.
There's also a wave of supporters saying they hope Clarissa steps back and evaluates the bigger picture. Not because she's incapable, but because when emotions mix with business, things can get cloudy fast. And when millions are involved, clarity matters. Now, some critics have taken it too far, questioning her judgment or calling her insecure. That's where things cross the line. Disagreeing with someone's choices is one thing. Attacking their intelligence is another. Clarissa Shields is a two-time Olympic gold medalist and undisputed champion. That doesn't happen by accident. Still, the narrative online right now is loud. Some are convinced she's moving too fast. Others think she knows exactly what she's doing. But one thing is clear. Both Remy Ma and Papoose continue to stay relevant in headlines whenever Clarissa's name trends. And whether that's coincidence, strategy, or just messy timing, that's the part people can't stop debating. At the end of the day, I genuinely hope Clarissa finds real peace and real love. She's accomplished so much in the ring, pushed through obstacles most people can't even imagine, and built a legacy with pure grit. She deserves stability, loyalty, and someone who values her beyond the spotlight. This situation isn't just gossip. It's about business, emotions, and power all colliding at once. Maybe everything is solid behind closed doors, or maybe there's more going on than we can see. Either way, I hope nobody ends up hurt in the process. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Clarissa knows exactly what she's doing? Or do you feel like there are red flags she should be paying attention to? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more celebrity drama and deep dives like this. And don't click off just yet. Check out the next video popping up on your screen right now for even more stories everyone's talking about. I'll catch you in the next one.